Division 4 boys basketball champions in the house with us tonight. Kolbe Cathedral, guys, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, roll call now. Head coach John Foll right in the middle, and over on his right as Nazarim. Then Anthony Sr. in the back with the blue and the white shirt. Kyle Federici behind Naz, and Demetrius Gordon sitting right here next to me. Congratulations, fellas. You certainly earned it, John.
Yeah, it was an exciting year. These kids worked really hard, and it's nice that their hard work paid off for sure. And so we certainly earned it.
So let's talk about the obvious big story here, and that is this was the first year for you guys to make the tournament, all seniors. Yeah, how many? What did you have? 7 wins combined in the 3 years prior to this. Talk about the frustration going through year to year and how it all comes together in a state championship. Anthony, why don't you start?
It was just hard work, and it took time, but we knew we were going to get there, and we knew with Coach leading us and with everybody working hard, that would be a possibility that we could win.
How could you possibly know that? You're coming off a 1-win season the year before.
It's just, you couldn't give up. You just had to have faith. You just had to follow his plan. He knew what he was talking about, so we just had to buy into it.
Boy, I like this confidence now. I should have known this until when the season started. Please, somebody let me in on that one.
Demetrius, let me ask you, when did you talk about knowing it and building confidence, was there a kind of that aha moment in the middle of the season where you said, we got something special going on here?
Well, we kind of knew during the middle of the season because it was a long way. We have come a long way from last year, and we knew as soon as we got our goal, which was 8 wins, we knew it was going to be a totally different year.
So the common denominator in all of this, and we'll get to Coach in a second, but Coach returns. Did you guys know about his past when he comes back after taking what turned out to be a hiatus from coaching at Kolbe Cathedral and winning state championships? What were your thoughts then? Did you know things were going to turn around? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, we felt like, with our new coach and, him having a great history, we felt like, things would definitely turn around, and this turned around quickly for us, and it was a great start, and then we just kept riding the good energy.
So, John, did you have a feeling? Did you know? You must have missed it. I know you stepped away to watch your own children play and participate, and that must have been certainly very rewarding. But was there was something missing, and that's why you came back?
Well, I think I wasn't sure I was going to come back. You don't know if that opportunity is going to come up to you, and the next thing you know, this all happens. My son ends up, graduating from high school. He's the last one, and now the job opens up. And so I felt like there was a sign saying, John, you should come back to coaching. And I would not have gone anyplace else but Kolbe. So that fit kind of worked itself together. But, when we had our first meeting, I kind of talked to them about it all the time. I said, and I asked him, I said, you saw the paper today, and the announcement said, Coach, what'd you think? And finally somebody got to it and said, she got a lot of wins, Coach. You won a lot of games before. I go, yeah. I go, but what's interesting? I go, not in one of those games did I shoot a basket, make a pass, get a rebound. It was always the players. I said, so this is not about me, guys. I'm going to give you some direction, some structure, but you got to decide what kind of future you want to make. And they certainly decided that, and we saw that on Sunday.
Anthony, I'm going to ask you, and maybe you can speak for the guys and be honest here. Did he work you to the bone? Did he work you hard coming in? Was it a big turnaround in the work ethic you guys had to put in?
Yeah, it was tough.
Where's your mic at? You got your mic, good.
It was tough. In the beginning, we all didn't know what to expect. And, it was tough times, and we all were thinking, like, this is crazy. We weren't used to being, like, really coached to the highest level we could be in the past 3 years. And then we started to get used to them. We started to realize what hard work really is. And, after that, it got fun. And then now we're reaping the rewards.
Coach, how rewarding is this for you, for guys to see such immediate returns on hard work? It's really the stuff that movies are made of.
You know what? I got to tell you, I was talking about it earlier, said it a couple times. I said, I think the work ethic of this group was what set them apart. I've had talented teams, and we could argue which had more talent, this or that. But I've never had a team that worked harder or was any tougher. And that was the thing I didn't know, was how tough they were going to be. And they showed it a couple times. Listen, we got beat pretty good by Immaculate in 3/4 of the way of the season, and a lot of teams just fold from there. We were down 14 points going into the Benell game, in the fourth quarter. We're down 16 in the Valley game. So they just fought through all that, and I give them a lot of credit for that, because that's not something you see in today's athlete.
You also in the tournament, you were starting slow in some of these games, and you always all came back and gathered something deep within to come back and win those games.
Yeah, I was going to ask Demetrius, when you're going through this, are you realizing that this ride is fun, or were you worried about game to game? Did you have, now you're enjoying it, but was there any time during the stretch to enjoy it?
Before the games, it would be very nerve-wracking, and then when you're in the game, it's fun. But then there comes a point where, like, oh, we have to work really harder because, for instance, one of our games we were down and we had to come together as a group and we had to really buckle down and set the nerves aside and just play as hard as we could because it could have been our last.
And John, what does this say about the SWC? When you get 3 state champions out of your league, everybody talks about, of course, the SEC and the FCAC and some other leagues, and here comes the SWC taking half the titles.
Yeah, well, I got to say, outstanding. Over half, by the way.
Oh,
We have
yeah.
three or
That's-
five. We're going to take. We're going to get a little bit
that's that
60%
Kolbe
on
math
the deal.
and
Exactly.
60%.
We're taking 60% of that deal. Really exciting for the league. I mean, I think both Nelson and Chris and I spoke about it, and going into it, we certainly hoped that we could do some damage, and then all of a sudden to come out of here and you throw Newtown in the mix. They got to the semifinals, and Pop Rock was in the quarterfinals, got beat by Newtown. So really, the league did excellent upside, from top to bottom. I think high school basketball is cyclical at times. Some leagues are better than others. One year, this happened to be our year, and I think that we proved that the Southwest Conference is good basketball. Are we the top conference every year? No, but this year was our turn.
The good news, fellas, is that, and I know you guys are graduating, but until Coach has grandchildren to sit back and watch, we're thinking you're going to be around a while, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, it's the deal. I mean, they hired Hurley today for the UConn job, so I guess I'm not getting that job. So what the heck? I guess I'll stay here. Yeah.
Do me a favor, hold this up so we can see it. Everyone can share in your bask in your glory here.
There it is.
The state champs, Division 4. This is Kolbe Cathedral. Fellas, thank you so much for coming in. Cherish these memories, and congratulations on the great turnaround. One win the year before to a state championship after that. We're going to take a quick break. We thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for
we'll be right
having us.
back
Thanks
with
for
more
having us.
CT Sports.